The boss isn't playing around. One slip, one ant gets in, and it's over. Stay sharp. Stay focused. If someone tries to assassinate in such a high-security situation, then the most effective way to approach Chairman Choi. There's only one way this ends. He knows it, and so do we. Stay sharp and report anyone suspicious. No delays. I'm heading to meet Chairman Choi, got it? Good. That is. The heavy hitters stroll in like they own the place, briefcase in hand, eyes on the prize. No one's messing with this crew. Time to throw on the disguise once again. Let's see how convincing this act can be. Senior. If so, then now is not the time to freeze up this. We must meet Chairman Choi right away. What are you doing? Get ready to go. She's holding up the jacket like it's no big deal, saying it's still fine. And he just can't believe what he's hearing. What? I temporarily placed medicine in the chairman's room. Wait, medicine? What are you talking about? Not allowed in, huh? What? No one can enter the chairman's room. Costa, team A captain of Escudo, insists it's an emergency and demands to see the chairman. But the answer stays the same. You still cannot come in here. Kim Soon-gu warned us to watch out for the Escudo team captains. First move? Keep them away from the chairman's room. He's laying down the law. I was polite. Now you gotta step aside. And a response? Yeah, it's an emergency. So, just turn around and back off nicely. You're not ready for this fight. But I'm already done talking. Someone's calling out to Captain Costa, and all eyes are locked on him like he's the key to what's coming next. The tension's thick, but the secretary steps up, trying to smooth things over. What's going on? She asks, ready to relay whatever's needed. The guy's caught off guard, stammering as he faces them. Got some serious files for the chairman. Hand it over. On it. Whatever you say. He leans in, serious as ever, warning her straight up. Absolutely do not open to see. The tension? Real. Do I need to handle that, man? The question hangs heavy, but she just calmly replies, it's okay. The tension's thick, but she's clearly got this under control. Senior, I'm saying it again. Someone's got to be helping from the inside. There's no way disguises are coming in from the outside. So, who's really pulling the strings here? No bodies found yet. So, Alapide's real identity is still a mystery. Jaiwan, like you said, there's someone else in the mix helping out. Anyway, be careful, Jaiwan. You're still in Alapide's sights. Senior, be careful with your words. That guy's just like a curse. The elevator doors close, and the warning hangs heavy. The countdown's ticking, and the door's about to swing open. Only 58 seconds left. Better move fast. The big guy's chill about it, cracking open a drink like everything's fine. Don't worry. Nothing will happen. Yeah, sure. He's calm, collected, and not someone you want to mess with. That scar on his face? Yeah, it tells its own story. He's calling the dark demon something to avoid, not fight. If you run into him, just head for the bright place instead. And yeah, he's got plans to reach out later. The smell of the man earlier still lingers, even as fists fly. Something about him sticks with you no matter how fast the punches come. Two men in suits stand silently in a narrow elevator, the tension thick enough to cut with a knife. Something about this quiet feels way too heavy, like a storm about to break. This man doesn't know who I really am. I'll handle Choi Yun-chang first, then come back for him. Caught right after the chairman's room. What's really going on here? Important documents, they say. But why the secretive tone? For what I heard, he seems to be Glory's Class D assassin. His extraordinary abilities hit hard, no doubt. But what really sets off alarm bells is something deeper, something even more worrying. This dude's got the moves and scent of a young man, but something's off. I can't shake the feeling he's not really young. What's up with that? Height around 185 centimeters and solid at 84 kilograms. His body's like steel, controlled breathing, flawless movement. No way he's Class D, maybe B, no, definitely Class A or above. He's piecing it together the moment the puzzle clicks. Could it be? The name hits him like a spark. Peter. His calm facade flickers, eyes sharp with sudden recognition. You probably know this guy. Heard he's a legendary assassin in Glory. Now, everyone's itching to catch Peter. They want to meet him just once. The question hangs in the air. Is Peter here? A Class D person like me can hardly meet him. But hey, I do have a question. Alipede. The word hangs heavy as he narrows his eyes. The battle scars on his face telling stories of a past that's far from forgotten. So, this guy usually runs things in Europe and has beef with the Scudo. But now, he's popping up in Korea? That's gotta be good for drama. Why only fight in the dark? If he's really that strong, then bring it to the light, or what? Wait, he can't see in the light? That changes everything. There's no way this guy's just a normal threat. Then, no matter how good Alipede is, the game's not over yet. He can't beat Peter, right? The doubt's hanging heavy, and everyone's waiting to see if he'll prove them wrong. All that bottled-up frustration is about to explode. This fist says it all. No more holding back. And I almost forgot. There's something else you need to know. I have to return this. You said it's a pen you cherish, but honestly, I feel a bit pressured just holding it. The punch is on a whole other level. Like, did you see it coming? Nah, this guy's just standing there, calm as ever. What's the move now? Why must it be this way? The question hangs heavy. You should cherish it because it is something you value. Words like a lifeline in the dark. This pen? Yeah, it's rare as hell in Europe. That's right. Sorry. Didn't see you there. Just a bit caught up right now. Wait, I gave you the wrong pen. The one you gave me? It's actually this one, not that one. But, obviously, it's the pen you cherish that you didn't recognize. Strange. He's playing mind games, and yeah, this guy's definitely testing me. Or is your eye blurry? Trying to catch me slipping? Explain it so others understand. Do you know? Everyone has a characteristic habit that's hard to change. For example, jailers never miss an open door. Firefighters jump at any little alarm. It's instincts, training, survival hacks that don't quit. So, what about people who can't see? I heard. They always double-check raised letters with their fingertips. It's like some kind of sixth sense they've got. You earlier just dropped this without a word. Because until yesterday, Captain Costa had no idea what was coming next. He's being super careful, like, didn't touch the raised letters on the can. Whatever's behind that door, it's got to be fragile or sacred. Guess I messed up again, but I'm not backing down this time. The tension hits the roof as the command drops. Turn off the lights. Something big is about to go down. Lights? How'd he pull that off? Something just slammed down from above, flipping the whole vibe upside down. No way you're getting past me. Time to end this now. No way he saw that coming. Just a split second, and everything changed. His fist met his target like a storm. Everything's too dark. Can't see a damn thing. But the fight isn't letting up, and neither is the pain. Just keep struggling. The more you do that, the more painful you will be. Without warning, the fight explodes into chaos as a powerful strike sends one of them flying, blood spatters marking the brutal impact. The air crackles with the intensity of their clash. Too fast, can't even tell where the blows are coming from. Every strike's a blur. One hit, devastating power. This move doesn't mess around. The fight's about to get real intense, real fast. The elevator dings, open, breaking the silence with a sharp, mechanical chime. It's the sound that signals someone's arrival or escape. The elevator hits the 20th floor and the doors slide open. Without hesitation, someone darts out like a bullet flying down the hallway. Senior? Why isn't anyone answering? The blood keeps dripping. Something's seriously wrong. What the hell is happening? Are you even alive? Answer me if you're dead already. Why say such unpleasant words? Damn, are you kidding me? I thought you were really dead just now. He's just dropped that he had a private conversation with Alipede. Wait, what? No, seriously, what are you even saying? Just to be clear, he means he actually met the guy. Tell them to find Costa's body first. Something tells him this might actually be Costa this time. And now, he's got to meet the one who helped Alipede. The hustle's on. Anyway, this is worth it. He fights like he sees in total darkness. Alipede is seriously dangerous. The classroom is dead silent. The only sound the tapping of fingers on a desk. Just another boring day, or so it seems. Impossible. No matter how many times I review the situation, this is impossible. I stabbed 52 times, all hitting vital points. If you had normal vision, there's just no way to block my attacks in the dark. However, that man, in that moment, moved like lightning, dodging every strike with insane speed. He created luminescent friction. Scratching inside the elevator, he sparked tiny lights just to see better in the dark. This is my first time feeling this way. Besides the mission, I really want to kill him. Just as he's about to close his eyes, a blade inches closer, reflecting a cold, sharp light. The moment feels frozen, like a breath held too long. That's right. Change of plans, use it right now. Yeah, really looking forward to this. Jaiwan, listen up. What I'm about to say from here on out is serious. Alapide's out here throwing a smokescreen to throw us off. But guess what? It's not Alapide sneaking up on Chairman Choi. It's someone else entirely. You found a traitor already? She snaps, eyes sharp as hell. Wait, you knew who it was the whole time. The tension's thick, no time for games. There's someone who totally shouldn't be trusted in an emergency. Yet, somehow, they're always right there when it matters. And they've got control over everything in this building. He's got the clearance to step in and out of the chairman's room whenever he wants. No questions asked. Could it be? The answer's clear. Yes, only one person. Got it. This guy's serious. He's sizing up Choi Eun-chang's subordinate like it's game time. No messing around here. She's no ordinary assistant. Just look at that confidence. The secret weapon they call secretary is ready to make her move. No time to waste. He's already moving. We need to get there right away. They spotted Alapide on the 21st floor, and it's about to go down. They're coming to avenge Marco. You better hide, and quick, before they find you. Who's Sanchez? Ah, you mean Marco's subordinate? Probably useless if they come anyway. The doubt is hanging in the air. What could that possibly mean? He's already dead. No point in pretending otherwise. Just another day in this blood-soaked game. She's finished what she came to do. No turning back now. It's done. Okay, understood. Time to move on. Chaos just exploded in here. 2 down, and someone's still trying to make sense of the madness. What's really going on? Her voice breaks the tense silence as she demands, "What are you guys doing?" Sweat beads on her face, eyes sharp with a mix of confusion and warning. The question hits like a punch. What's in the briefcase? The tension's thick. Answer honestly. No room for lies now. The documents for the chairman just got a sudden change. She's sweating, trying to cover it up with a casual excuse. Sorry, due to the circumstances. Yeah, sure. Move aside immediately. The order hits sharp, but inside, frustration bubbles up. You idiots. I'm just checking the briefcase. Yeah, sure you are. But the panic says otherwise. Wait. What are you doing? Wait, those important documents, where did they go? Something's not right here. They're eyeing the syringe, but the real question is, what's that empty circular spot for? Something's definitely missing here. If you don't tell me what this is, you'll regret it. Trust me on this. Your waist will be bent in half. If you're confident, try me. Though I say that, there's no way I can win against these two. If these two are glory killers, then at the very least, they're level B. Meet Grande and Ariana. Elite mercs with over a decade of battlefield scars and hundreds of missions under their belts. Even so, I've come this far, might as well go all the way. She's lunging forward, eyes blazing with fury, die, raw and loud as she strikes. Out of nowhere, she lunges, but the blonde woman's quick grab stops her cold. Looks like this fight's far from over. The moment's frozen. She's staring wide-eyed, shattered glass reflecting her shock. Oh my God, Dad. Spills out like the world just stopped spinning. Fighting here will kill me, and running won't help either. So what's the move now? Fighting or fleeing? Both leading straight to death. If death's the only option, then there's just one choice left. I'm just following Glory's orders. I'm powerless. From the start, I was a spy. Please just spare my life. They're not playing around. Answer the questions, or it's a wrap. First up, where's Johan? Johan is actually about to make his move. You can feel the tension. This is way beyond just talk. Johan is actually what? The question lingers as desperation fills the air, a grim grip tightening with blood dripping cold and heavy. Panting, barely holding on. Sprawling on the floor, blood pooling around her, she's caught. No way out now. Are you Johan? Showing us your face is fine, isn't it? The heavyweights close in, and things just got real. He's fired up, staring down whoever doubts him. Even if you see my face, you won't become an obstacle. This guy's not here for games. They're confident, definitely. But there's a catch. I was informed you're blind. Is that okay? In a place this bright, even an assassin can't hide. Guess the shadows aren't playing favorites tonight. It's not about what you do, but who's watching when you do it. Time to make this move count. The race is on. Someone's calling out, Jaiwan, this way. Where are they heading? They're rushing in, desperate for answers, but all they get is silence. Tension's thick. Why won't he say anything? What is this? Something's off, like way off. He's locked onto something, whispering a name that cuts through the silence. Alipede. This just escalated way too far. Someone urgently orders, Jaiwan, check on the chairman. Ariane is barely holding on, blood and all. Take it, she tells him, warning that their enemy is still hunting her down. He's on the line, cutting straight to the chase. Do you regret our chat earlier? The answer? Not regret, but our conversation isn't over. Game on. No matter how talented Alipede is, he's no match for Bardo. This just got real. So, let's finish this conversation, shall we? Go alone to the armory on the 10th basement floor. Something's up, and it's urgent. Someone's calling for their senior, ASAP. The quiet room suddenly feels like a trap about to snap shut. She's freaking out, asking, what's going on? While he's charging forward, all business. Something's seriously amiss. Knock him out with sedatives, then plant a remote-controlled explosive. Simple, right? The deactivation key's with that kid. Jaiwan, just let loose that thing we talked about in the elevator. Senior, you mean? No. Where are you going, Senior? Chill. Just call the medical unit and bomb squad first. But seriously, where are you headed? Where else? I've been invited. Isn't it normal courtesy to respond? Don't go. It's not an invitation. It's a trap. Watch out. He's dragging you into the dark where he owns the fight. You've seen how ruthless he gets when the lights go out. Even you won't be ready for what he's got planned. She leans in, voice trembling with disbelief. What's my name? When the answer comes, it hits her like a shockwave. Bardo. He leans in close, eyes sharp. Is that enough of a response? Like a challenge hanging in the air. Just like that, he bolted through the open door, chasing whatever was waiting on the other side. No time to think, only run. She's totally blown away, whispering, wow, so damn cool. This moment just hit different. The city breathes beneath the night sky, its skyline glowing with secrets. Somewhere in these towering giants, a story's about to unfold. The chairman's stuck in deep thought while his aide wonders if he's okay. There's worry about who's with who and a plan to send an apostle, but not everyone's sold on that idea. Looks like Johan's not just playing around. He might actually take down that apostle too. But seriously, what kind of person is he? You won't know until you face him directly. It's that simple. Back in 2017, under the glow of the full moon, life buzzed quietly in a village tucked away in Malta. Something was about to change. The door creaks open, and a hooded figure steps inside, shadows stretching as the cold light spills into the dim room. Something inside a cage stirs quietly in the corner. Strange. I only raise rabbits. Something's definitely off here. Wait, how the heck did an octopus sneak in here? This just keeps getting weirder. Surprising. Though it looks like this, concealing our traces is our specialty. The question itself is wrong. If you don't even know this level, you wouldn't have come to me in the first place. Even the rough and crude can be trusted. From now on, if you don't spit out the truth in 10 seconds, you'll die. He's not playing around. One magazine is all you get. Click. Ready for war. Huh? Where? Too late. The enemy's already closing in at lightning speed. Before you said those words, something was already in motion. He moved too slow, missed his chance. You should have pulled the trigger. If this were a knife, you'd be dead 13 times by now. No chill, just pure focus and cold precision ready to strike. You damn. Why won't you just back down already? Oh my Ollie Petey, you're really skilled, huh? Easily subduing someone as many-handed like that. Aside from the unusual body, nothing impressive. That's that, but old rosary, rich clothes, and a unique Korean scent. The signs are clear. So, what's the deal with hunting me down in glory? Guess some things just can't be resisted. He says, but you're wrong about one thing. When asked what it is, he replies, it's no longer glory, but glory. No time for games, just catch this. The stakes are about to get real. See you in Korea. There, you'll meet someone you can't even imagine. If it's Korea, you mean Bardo? He's old, but still the best assassin around. Got questions? You know who to ask. If you want to see if Alapide truly beats Bardo, you'll have to watch closely. This isn't a game anymore. He stands there, hands clenched tight, shadows stretching long behind him like a silent promise. The weight of what's coming is already in the air. The elevator dings open on the 10th floor, and the doors slide wide like they're ready for whatever's about to go down. The situation's way bigger than I expected, and I'm just getting started. A bit much for an exchange room, right? So what's the real plan here? Why did you request an exchange with me? First, there's something I want to confirm. Confirm? Since the first time I met you, I haven't stopped feeling an extreme sense of discord. I've been pondering what that is. You look like a young man, but you're not. Cut the crap and just say what you mean. You stepped into a field no one your age should even touch. It's wild, because for once, I'm feeling something real. They lean in close, voice low and steady. What do you want to say? The air tightens. This convo's about to get real. He's trying to sell it. I'm the type without prejudice. But you can tell he means business. There's more beneath that calm exterior. He narrows his eyes, voice steady and cold. You're Bardo, aren't you? Look at that kid. Something about him just screams trouble. Isn't he amazing? With his small electric switch, he can blow up within a 20-meter radius without a trace. My colleague Matthias is really good at this. So, you're saying Choi Yunchang's neck might just pop off? Yeah, pressing that switch could do exactly that. You two will disappear without a trace. He's certain the kid won't press the switch, at least, not yet. But the tension's just getting started. He's finally got what he's been craving all along. No turning back now. Wait, what's going on? What did you touch? She's lost in the moment, gripping tight to what matters most. This. Her voice cuts through the chaos. At the party, something's about to go down. You can feel it. That look in their eye. Game changer. The night skyline just got lit, boom. That explosion's shaking the whole city. No chill at all. No beats, no vibes. It's just so boring without music. Alapide taps his temple and dismisses the other man outright, saying he only looked strong and that he picked the wrong person. He names the difference clearly. This man is not Badro. Moments later, Kim Sung-gu is down on one knee, trembling as he clutches himself and admits he never thought this was the best he could do. He even says that cruel man would have been really cool. Now someone confronts Kim Sung-gu directly, demanding to know what he just did. He stays hunched over with his head down as the question lands. Instead, Kim Sung-gu bolts through the fire with an injured woman over his shoulders while another man helps keep her up, and amid the chaos comes a grim reminder that Choi Eun-chang died when his head exploded, followed by the question of whether Jaiwan would recognize this figure. Now Alapide stands over Kim Sung-gu, raises a small vial, and tells him they both have huge egos. He says he has something he really wanted to show Kim Sung-gu. Now he drives the point in, declaring that this cannot be allowed to happen again as the word despair lands between Alapide and Kim Sung-gu in the rain. Kim Sung-gu stays down on one knee while Alapide keeps facing him. Alapide answers immediately, warning that from this point on, everything is moving to a completely different level. And the threat turns immediate as a curved knife comes up and a voice promises the target will feel the most unimaginable pain. Alapide does not rush it. He fixes his gaze ahead and starts comparing this moment to what happened before. He keeps watching through a special multi-lens device, using equipment that prevents his heat from being detected. So Alapide drops heat detection entirely and says he will use another method instead. Alapide measures that power for a second longer, decides that if the other side is ready, it can even stop light, and admits this is getting more complicated. He presses harder instead, demanding to know what the other person is doing and whether they're already getting sleepy. He doesn't get an answer. Alapide drops low and rushes through the corridor as a voice cuts in with, I haven't even started. And Kim Sung-gu suddenly drops hard, arms thrown wide as he plunges downward. As Kim Sung-gu throws both arms up to block the unseen blows, he snaps back that he never knew where it came from, says that had been true from the start, and adds that he does not even know where the man is. Kim Sung-gu fires back with a cold put down, saying the other side is nothing special and cannot do anything in the dark. He answers by throwing his arm up and bracing for the next hit, eyes locked on whatever is still attacking from outside the frame. He doesn't get room to reset, because Alapide comes charging in from the side as a voice spits, because you're just a lowly figure, and Kim Sung-gu has to stay on the defensive. Instead, Alapide blows straight through his guard and launches Kim Sung-gu backward with a mid-air strike, drawing blood as the hits pile on too fast to track. One of them calls it troublesome and says that quick attack was only a secondary factor. But Kim Sung-gu's shift from taking hits to reading the fight. If he wants to catch this guy, he has to get past the warning signs and shut down their biggest weapon, echolocation. He changes course right there as a voice says not to catch the guy yet, and another line starts with "what you reach" before it cuts off. At the same time, a dark swirl appears in the narrow passage. The protest gets drowned out as a rapid chain of impacts erupts all at once. Whatever just entered that passage hits hard enough to turn the moment into pure collision. Now Kim Sung-gu gets caught outright as shadowy hands clamp onto him and drag him down into the darkness. It hits him like being swallowed alive, with the pull turning thick and heavy under him like a swamp. He answers with a plan on the spot. If that's the only way to beat him, Kim Sung-gu will act like he can't see anything. He puts that plan into motion at once, lunging in to grab the enemy at close range, but voice cuts in and shuts it down just as fast. It's useless. And Alapide cuts through with a warning of his own. To him, distance means nothing, and he demands to know what the other side is doing. He answers that warning with a crushing blow, driving down on a light-haired fighter with a heavy impact, and a voice shouts, "I can see everything." He drops low instead, and Kim Sung-gu skids across the wet road in a burst of spray, either bracing himself or slipping past the attack. He stays crouched while Alapide faces him with both fists clenched, and one of them sizes the moment up as calmer than an elevator before dismissing the other as just a loudmouth. A brief "phew" follows. He leans in over the crouched fighter and says, "It's finally here." Alapide fixes his gaze on the fighter and echoes the line back with a sharp question. Finally, Kim Sung-gu leans forward and gives Alapide that much he admits he's dangerous, and says this is the first time he's ever seen someone fight like this in the dark. He cuts himself off with a single, sharp butt, and a red slash tears across the moment. He doesn't stop there. Kim Sung-gu lifts a burning flare over his head and declares that it's time to end this, and an off-panel voice immediately blurts out, "A flare?" He answers the shout by locking in on his target and making it plain that this is no fake-out anymore. Kim Sung-gu declares that now it officially starts. He keeps his eyes on Alapide as a voice singles him out at last, calling attention to this man as the one to start with. And in the same instant, a hand jerks up with the red, as something slams in from the side and a dark object drops through the frame. Now the red hits the floor and kicks up a splash as Alapide raises one hand toward the figure facing him. He answers with a smirk and cuts the flare down immediately, saying he really expected something special from them. But if this is all they have, they cannot fight him with just that. He keeps the smirk and cuts back at the interruption, telling him to listen to the whole sentence before someone speaking Korean gets cut off. Alapide's smirk does not budge as he throws back a sharp denial, asking, "What?" and flatly saying he never said that. He raises the red cylinder and shuts that down himself. Kim Sung-gu asks whoever said he would be using light, and that answer is enough to make someone else question what he is about to do. And the answer comes right after. In the dark, echolocation lets its user map the area through sound, but two sharp beeps from the pipe make the weakness just as clear. He brings the red bottle into focus. And with Alapide and Kim Sung-gu still facing each other in the rain, Alapide raises the point of a different wavelength and throws out a direct question. What happens if that changes? Instead, The red fixture bursts and water sprays out hard enough to stop Alipede cold, and he can only stare at it and blurt out that this cannot be happening. Now the voice admits the hit landed completely. Its echolocation is gone. Kim Sung-gu does not let up, and from the moment he steps into the room, he keeps scanning the surroundings. He fixes on the realization and says the man's every move was just meant to block his view. Alipede answers by conceding the point. He says the man understands echolocation very well and immediately adds that there is more to it. Kim Sung-gu pushes the exchange further and throws the challenge right back at Alipede. What else can you do? Alipede answers at once. The hand-to-hand fight and even the flame sensors were all just set up for this. And he throws one question back at kids. How long does he think the sprinklers will last? Alipede drops fast and brushes the whole setup aside as nothing more than clumsy psychological warfare. Kim Sung-gu gives nothing back, and the only read anyone gets on him is the blunt assessment that he is a cold man who never shows his weakness. Instead, Alipede launches straight at Kim Sung-gu through the rain and knocks him back mid-exchange, and one of them calls out the contradiction. This was supposed to be nothing but psychological warfare. A blur cuts past, and when one voice asks what that sound was, another shuts it down at once. If Alipede's claim had been true, he would have lost already, and he says he knew that from the start. And that certainty breaks the moment Alipede realizes all of his comrades are alive. He just stares ahead, eyes wide, as tears start to spill. He doesn't let that moment sit, and Kim Sung-gu cuts in with a direct accusation. Alipede is so obsessed with the perfect assassination that he can predict a murder. Now Alipede is the one pinned to a chair, held down by two suited guards while Kim Sung-gu brings a wired probe up to him. When the talk turns to blowing up the target, the answer comes back flat and immediate. That will not happen. He jolts at that answer and blurts out how Kim Sung-gu could have known, insisting it should have been impossible. Now Kim Sung-gu is down on one knee, and the pressure only tightens as someone demands to know if he only pretended to be fooled and why he did it. He fires back that the bomb could have been planted somewhere else, demands to know why they lied, and turns the accusation around on them. They failed to kill Kim Sung-gu, so this was just wounded ego. He presses harder, calling it exactly what it is, insecurity. The only answer is a fist clenched tight in the rain. Now Kim Sung-gu grabs the other man's clothes and keeps twisting the knife, asking where that confidence went and laughing at the sad look on his face. Kim Sung-gu snaps back at the insult, shouting that the remark does not suit his handsome face and demanding to know what the other man could possibly know about him. Instead, Kim Sung-gu lifts up Rabbit, and the voices around it shift completely, praising how white and beautiful Rabbit is before asking if it looks like someone. Now Alipede drops to a kneel with Rabbit in hand, and the focus shifts completely as the two blonde-haired kids crowd in. One of them reaches out and blurts that they want to touch Rabbit too. But Alipede pulls Rabbit tight against himself and snaps that it is his. A hand still reaches in any way. Someone yelps, and another voice complains that Rabbit was never going to wear out, so there was no reason to act like that. And the blonde-haired black long-sleeve shirt with red nice tech skeleton immediately shifts to a fish skeleton, holding it up and pushing the white-haired blue hoodie skeleton to try it too, calling it delicious and insisting he take a bite. The blonde-haired red short sleeve shirt figure calls over to Alipede, asking if they could do this, and someone adds that it is fine because he did not see it, so he does not know. Kim Sung-gu stays in the background as a sharp clack cuts through the room. He turns inward instead, admitting that before he realized it, his helplessness had become an insecurity, and Kim Sung-gu could not fight back at all. But before anyone can sit with that, the search reaches a house in the rain, and a voice realizes the target is gone. It's not here. Now someone is tearing through the yard in the rain, searching under the small roof structure and shouting where their things went and why they are missing. And inside, kids and Kim Sung-gu crowd around Rabbit, while another of kids grips it and checks its front paw. Voices circle the same questions instead. Rabbit has red eyes too, so is it blind, broken, or just weak? But before anyone can answer, Alipede snaps and demands to know who took his stuff. Instead, Alipede latches onto a leg from the floor, and kids surge around him. One of them yells that he bites and orders the others to step on him, while another shouts back at Alipede for what he has done. And now the gray-haired masked figure is down on the floor, clutching the rabbit mask and sobbing, while humans keep tearing into them, saying buying a new one is enough and that they are nothing compared to them for birth. Now Alipede can only scream as blue force tears through him in the rain. His fist locks tight, but he does not break free. And after that, two off-panel voices cut in and end it there, with one saying they should go to sleep and the other agreeing. Then the confusion finally clicks. Kids, the brown-haired pink shirt, dark pants figure, and Alipede are not just stumbling around in the dark. They cannot see anything right now. Kids recoils, the brown-haired pink shirt, dark pants figure drops to hands and knees, and Alipede keeps wandering blindly. Now the light gray figure reaches forward from the floor and says the one they're seeing is just like them. And now the voice makes it worse, saying it knows where they are, what they're doing, and can even see every expression on their faces. Kids recoils, the brown-haired pink shirt, dark pants figure stays down trying to rise, and Alipede can only watch. Across from the others, Alipede jerks sideways under a sudden hit. The voice is not just talking anymore. Now the blonde-haired red top with dark collar figure collapses into open begging, apologizing and pleading not to be hit, while the blonde-haired light cardigan or long-sleeve top and blue jeans human stands over him. A voice answers with a bitter reminder that it endured everything from him first. And now Kim Sungu sprints through the rain toward the house, while Alipede appears in the lit doorway ahead. As Alipede grabs the handle, a shout cuts through the doorway. Everyone! Meanwhile, a flashlight lands on the aftermath. Alipede stands bloodied in the rain while Kim Sungu and the others lie collapsed around him. Now Alipede looks ahead and says, "Teacher, I'm feeling better now." He doesn't stop at that. Alipede lunges forward with a small blade raised high, shouting that sprinklers will not make anyone better than him. Alipede crashes down on Kim Sungu, but Kim Sungu catches the overhead blow on his forearm and holds him there at close range. Between the blows, one of them spits out that the other is like a bug hiding a fragile body behind strong armor, and that people with big egos are really just afraid of getting hurt. Now Kim Sungu and Alipede break into a run through the rain as one of them shouts, "How dare you?" and warns that sounds are closing in from behind. A heavy impact slams down mid-run. Someone drops in or stomps hard enough to burst the frame with force. Kim Sungu says he only gets one chance to catch him, and because he cannot afford to miss, he will never let go. Kim Sungu suddenly freezes, his eyes going wide as he blurts out, "What? What is this?" Instead, Alipede jerks his cuffed hands up and blurts out, "Handcuffs." As the rain keeps pouring, Alipede needles him for taking the bait and says anyone normal would not have been caught, while Kim Sunga stays right there beside him. Kim Sunga leans in and tells Alipede that now that he's gotten close and caught him, he can finally see. Alipede jolts at that and starts to realize Kim Sunga noticed something before this. He does not let Alipede's hand go. As he slams or throws him, one of them spells it out. That is how many vital points on a figure can cause death. Kim Sungu jerks back in the rain as a warning cuts through. Prepare yourself carefully.